Hello everyone, we've got a little cast here for you today. It is the Parrot Gapers in the blue here versus SNSD on their old match of CP Gullywash Final 1 and Koth Lakeside Final. This was from weeks and weeks ago, but apparently it was a fairly good game and it's pretty high level, and I don't really know where to find Highland casts, so if you want to give me them, do, please. I would welcome that. I should turn my crosshair off. How do turn crosshair off? Come on, sausage. Crosshair 0. Isn't that the thing I just tried? Crosshair 0. Nope, looks like the circle's staying. So playing for the Parrot Gapers today, we have on Scout, Killer for Fun, on Pyro Quad, on Demoman Spari, on Heavy Haunter, on Engineer Bubble Bobbler, on Spy Evoke, on Soldier Permzilla, on Sniper Gubbins, and on Medic C, and on SNSD we have Drozo on Scout, ALX on Heavy, Cube on Engineer, Hurry on Spy, Tvik on Sniper, The Sucker on Medic, Linus on Soldier, Cadus on Demo, and Buttnose on the Pyro. Let's get this started at an appropriate rollout. How about Cadus's rollout to mid here? Okay, so we're seeing Cadus rollout choke, and we have the exact same rollout from the enemy Demoman. Both scouts playing quite passive here, and both teams, in fact, SNSD playing upper a lot more quickly than Parrot Gapers have, but Parrot Gapers are playing forward a little bit more, but losing their entire combo. Pretty much just quad and C left from that. Although massive numbers going down for red as well, and I've just been staring at the spec HUD. This might go back in blue's favour, but I'm not really sure. I should look at some interesting stuff, shouldn't I? Oh, good try, quad, but not quite. This looks like it will just about go in the favour of SNSD, but not by much. Both sides losing a lot there, and Sucker getting a spawn just a bit before C, which will land him with roughly a 30% Uber advantage. And we're looking like there's not much combo or flank presence. Here we go, just as I say that, from SNSD, as their flank classes go that way and the combo hold choke. Let's see what sort of defense they have. Parrot Gapers on second point here. A fairly far back defense. They don't have flank classes particularly watching either place. And Spari getting sniped by Tvik as I glide into some rocks. They're deciding, probably on that pick alone, to go for a higher balcony hold as the Uber is popped in here from the Sucker. They're going to get very far forward with this. Maybe take the point if they can. They've definitely taken a lot of ground, and it looks like, oh man, a lot of numbers went down for Parrot Gapers, and I'm a bad caster so I couldn't tell why. They are going to need to set up on last very quickly, so we'll see. We have a lot of respawns coming in right now. So, apparently from the chat it was Cadus that killed everyone, but I don't know. Let's get on an appropriate camera so that I'm not completely embarrassed out of lack of seeing things. Both teams are going to play a bit passive here. Oh, but Tvik gets a pick on Haunter the Heavy. And Cadus goes down to Gubbins from the body shot. At the same time, Bubble Bobbler watching below the point here for the Parrot Gapers. We're not going to see very much here, although Sucker does have an Uber advantage, so we may be seeing a push as soon as they can get it here. Yep, they have popped the Soldier in, and He's going for a few of the spawn camps, and they're not going to need to get someone on point. Ubered Pyro on there is not going to cap it, and this, yeah, goes in SNSD's favour. Let's try and get a Parrot Gaper camera here. Sparry, yes. Sparry going for the choke rollout that we saw last time. And let's see, has, yep, the exact same coming from Cadus. And not much presence at the big door, it would seem, for SNSD. Very quickly moving up so that they won't be at a low ground disadvantage. And instant cap time from the Parrot Gapers. Possibly, I think, better positioning from SNSD here. But we are seeing a lot of kills onto both teams. Again, very aggressive mids we're seeing this time. This looks vaguely in favour of the Parrot Gapers this time, but it is hanging on a thread. But they do have some big damage classes up at the moment, which SNSD just do not have. They have Haunter and they have Sparry, and the majority of their combo, but they do not have the medic with them, and as Sucker has about an 8% advantage, and they are spamming down that choke very well, making sure they're not going to get sniped much at all. Have they already pushed out here? Yeah, I didn't think so. So we're seeing an SNSD hold much further up than Parrot Gapers were willing to get. They do have the Uber to facilitate that, but we're not seeing... Oh, we've got a fair bit of presence on the flank, but the majority of their attention is going on the choke from both teams. And we are seeing a sneaky engineer spot. That's going to be very effective. It is fun doing those sort of things, if not technically useful. Okay, C has his Uber charge, the Sucker has their Uber charge. Both Ubers popped here on the choke. Is anything going on anywhere else? We're seeing the flanks held down by Cube and Linus, getting some follow-up kills, but Linus does get sniped from Gubbins, as this does not seem to have gone particularly well for SNSD, just pulling back to mid. Oh no, it's gone very well for SNSD. What am I talking about? They didn't have mid before, and now they do, apparently. And that is a spy, that is... no, oh, wow. All of the noises. Oh, the Sucker went down there. I didn't catch what from, but it's going to be mid, at least, going to the Parrot Gapers here, as taking second point as far as they can, but we do see a bit of aggression coming from this garage door here. Tavik sniping through there. Linus, Cadus and Tavik all going down in quick succession from SNSD, and this point is pretty safely in Parrot Gaper's hands at this point. Let's see what sort of defense SNSD have put up. We have Mini Sentry fairly far forward trying to watch the main, as they are building Uber to try and minimize the gap with this deficit with complete advantage, and they are Ubering in the demo and heavy here, but at the complete opposite side from where it would be useful to take down the combo. They do not have cap time yet, getting someone on there. Oh, but we have Cadus under the point, sticking it up, completely denying that, as we see follow-up kills come up to Parrot Gapers here, as only C and Permzilla survived, trying to build a Uber as they go. They do have a slight Uber advantage, but they may have to give up second point for this. Oh, no, apparently not. Even though Permzilla got sniped by Tavik, it looks like they'll be able to hold this on a frame drop, as SNSD did not choose to repush out. Stop. Start. Sorry about that. You know, casts and frame rate, it's fucking terrible for some reason. But we do see some aggression from Parrot Gapers into the last of SNSD here, as we see a level 3 constructed by Cube and 80% Uber, sorry, for Hein. The Sucker. medics, they're all medics. Hein isn't even a medic anymore, he's a soldier. But we have 100% Uber for both teams as the Uber comes in from Riverside again, from the Parrot Gapers. Same Uber style, but the Uber is popped from SNSD this time, as it looks like the Heavy gets trapped out here. Do we have anyone watching under the point here? No. It is feasible that some of the Parrot Gapers could get under the point and actually cap it while all this commotion was going on, but it doesn't look like that happened. We got C going down from Parrot Gapers, and they may be able to hold second point again. Doesn't look like we're getting a terrible amount of aggression, although they are trying to push ahead. If someone manages to get the back cap, then I would be quite surprised. The sucker going down from Gubbins with the body shot, but SNSD are going to recap their second, as we see a 30% or 40% advantage from C. But he's getting bombed. Triple aggression onto C there, but dealt with very well by the combo and everyone that was escorting the medic. So they're going to keep their second hold, and SNSD are going to have to stay back here, as we do see instant presence on the point, and that is a round going to the Parrot Gapers. What they really needed there, which they seem to realize a few pushes in, was their actual point presence, which they didn't have otherwise. With all the commotion, they may have been able to get there otherwise. So we see big door rollout from both teams, instantly traveling up to the high ground. We see a very aggressive push here from SNSD onto the enemy choke, and it seems to have worked for them. They've got the kill on Sparry, and C has also gone down. He went down to a backstab from Hurry, as this should be a mid in favor of SNSD here, as Parrot Gapers didn't take terrible losses there, less than have been seen previously, but Sparry is back up, and they will be able to hold second point if SNSD don't push it too hard. But it doesn't look like they're actually trying to get much of a hold here. It seems that they've got a hold ready to fall back at a moment's notice. At the drop of a frame, they're ready to get out of here. Oh, I hate this. As we do see the garage push from SNSD coming in here and deciding to go through a small flanking maneuver. It's not going to work terribly well, as we do see C getting out, I think. Or does he hit 2 health at one point? Where did he go? Yeah, C went down there. SNSD getting very aggressive, and Botnose on the point trying to cap it, but that is not going to work. Maybe someone else can get the back cap, but I would not count on it. Unless... oh, we have an attempted back cap. Yep, that is Hurry and Drozo capping the point. And that's what I was talking about before from Parrot Gapers, that they didn't have that point presence, which draws the enemy combo down from good positions to very vulnerable ones. As we see what sort of pushes here from either team. Parrot Gapers going up their friendly elbow. They seem to be splitting their force here, as their heavy goes up the enemy combo and goes down accordingly, and their medic going to their own choke. Looks like C wants to get out of here, maybe? No, he's just retreating after he fell down. But wow, so many kills on SNSD at this point. This is definitely a mid that's going to Parrot Gapers. But let's see, they will probably be able to take back SNSD's second point here. And 5 CPs, they're difficult to watch for me, just because there's a lot going on. Yes, they are taking second again. We're going to have to see. We do have the pop from the sucker going in, and C as well. Bit of a flanking push. Uber Scout on Drozo, which may not be terribly effective, as Blues are just swarming around the last point. Cube getting some good cleanup kills, and that was very close to being an instant roll after the Uber there, just running to keep up with them. That does look like a failed push from the Parrot Gapers. They're going to have to call that off. SNSD may be able to recap second point from this. but that is good play from SNSD, and not ideal play from the Parrot to get them to stop that momentum and get those clean-up kills on the point that has given them this second back, apparently. So I can't even see... There we go, a very defensive, just falling back all the way to their second point, giving up mid from the Parrot. They are running the crits, which I don't think the sucker is, but they are pushing very aggressively here, as we do see ALX go down, but we do have Quad and Haunter going down from the Parrot, but SNSD are just crawling over the Parrot point here. Let's see. No kills coming out there from Gubbins, and SNSD are only just capping the other point. I'm surprised they didn't manage to get presence here and get that as well. But what do you know? It looks like SNSD are just holding up for a normal push here. I think they probably could have kept the momentum if they had tried there, but they evidently didn't want to, as we're seeing another semi-defensive hold. Must be expecting more aggression from SNSD here by the Parrot, but they could probably afford to drop down here and force the Uber a bit earlier, but the sucker is only at 10-15%. Maybe he went down there and I didn't tell, and that was why they were defensive at mid. But we do have a massive Uber advantage from C and 50% higher, which they are presumably going to use. We don't have heavy presence on the flank here, and we do have Tvik sniping with Drozo going up for the cleanup kills, and the flank will be largely open here as they decide to drop down, so they will have to be very wary of a push in from here. Is that still the crits from C? No, he switched at some point, and he's Ubering in through the choke. How is this? This is not getting a terrible number of kills. Looks like the SNSD are just retreating back to the balcony. They do lose ALX and the soldier there, and that means they're just going to have to give up mid entirely as the sucker falls back at 85%, all the way back to spawn, which admittedly on Gullywash is not very much. But they may be able to take a hold on second here, but it doesn't look like it, as we see more aggression from Parrot than SNSD got at those points. Bubble Bobbler capping the point. Bubble Bobbler not actually on the Parrot. He's a Critscast Distinguished Duck, the Critscast Distinguished Ducks leader. Can we see him do anything massive here? Going on the medic, he does not get it. But we see big flames coming out from the blue pyro there, but that is not going to work. Although the Uber is popped here, the heavy end demoman are pushing back as the sucker was on about 30 health there. He's still about 70, but he will manage to get out at that point. But they are forced back to last again from SNSD, which they've been in this position a fair bit, and it's looking like neither team has been able to push back out from this point terribly well. There may be failed pushes and they may attempt to get second back, but neither team has been pushed to their last and then back again so far in this match, but there's still quite a ways to go. We're seeing a level 3 go up behind the crates here. That was a did ringer, but it was from Hurry himself. So let's just get on some cameras, why not? Who should we get? Who could go massive here is the question. Is Gubbins holding... Gubbins is holding very far back, although I do see Parrot is going to have to take lobby here if they want to actually push the point in this. SNSD pushed forward very slightly for a hold from lobby, as both medics do have their Uber charge. Just, I'm zoomed in, just waiting for an Uber, waiting for a pick, sorry. As teams are equalized at the moment, there are no deaths, waiting for something significant. Kill for Funny is the scout, is he not? Yes. Lobby is taken here by Parrot without an Uber pop, so that's going to make their job easier pushing out here, but they have lost Haunter, they're going to have to wait for him. Haven't seen much of the hurry cam, just going to stab the dispenser and run away. Just little annoying things, you know, that slow down the enemy team in the long run. My view models all appear to be off. That is not necessarily a good thing. I apologize. But we are seeing not a lot happen. We have Haunted down again. But in this theoretical view model on, view model 1, I have no idea how to turn my view models back on. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to. Oh my God, they're back. I pressed the key 1. That's apparently my bind for view models. Who knew? But it's looking like a Riverside push, and I think SNSD will know about this. There will be no surprise factor as they Uber from under the point, and now they're just at a height disadvantage because SNSD are completely ready for this. They can pop the Uber and completely deny from the point here, unless we can get very significant pushes up here from the front, which we are not seeing. Then it doesn't look like that will work very much at all. That is a failed push from the Parrot Gapers. Maybe SNSD will try to capitalize on this, but I doubt it, considering there are not significant picks. Although C did just go down to ALX, Sparry as well, so that is significant. The medic demo going down, and yeah, get out of there. SNSD could push out at least into lobby from this, but it does. Yeah, they're pushing out into lobby. They don't want to push out all the way into second in case the enemy team engulfs them, but they're going to make a potential push back out harder, as the soccer does have a big Uber advantage. They may want to use this for the point. If they Uber out of these doors, then they may have a fairly good chance. So let's get on the soccer cam. He does have Uber. Probably wants to use it fairly soon so that the advantage they have doesn't dissipate, as we do have spam coming in, and they're falling all the way back to last again, rather than attempt to make enough aggression to push back out. And that's the kind of play I was talking about, where they're just not taking these risks. But he does go down to a body shot from Gubbins, and that is... C went down as well at some point. I missed that because I was stuck on soccer cam, but that's going to be a slight Uber advantage for C in the long run. And we have point presence. I'm not sure who was on the point there. Maybe it was Killer for fun, but that's going to draw everyone in. Which, if Sparry was alive, he could possibly capitalize on, but it doesn't look like he can. Let's have a look at the C cam. We do see. We do see. Anyway, they're falling back a little bit here because they don't want to take too much spam without an Uber. Uber is it's functionally even, I would say, at this point. Not a terrible amount that's going to be done with the advantage from C. It's not quite enough that they would be able to get into position to use it quick enough. Maybe in 6v6, but definitely not in these sort of situations with these teams playing fairly defensively. Let's watch. Oh, here comes the Uber, and yep, it's also popped from the soccer, and they are. Oh, bye. That does not look very good for blue team again, as SNSD do have a lot of presence under the point, and that's just blocking any potential back caps, while while Parrot Gapers push in from the front. Alex is in the sniper sight line, but manages to drop down, and they're gonna retake second point from this. Jeez, my throat is sore. So they are going to push back out of choke. A lot of people out of choke. Is Sparry up? And are there sticky traps? No, and well, yes and no, in that order. At least I don't. Oh, there is a sticky trap. I didn't see that. Oh, take that to Vic. It's going to give them a slight advantage. Free up the combo a little bit to move more where they please. Not having to worry about that for about 15 seconds is. It's pretty good. Is it about 10 seconds? 15? Oh, that is a sneaky soldier. Run, Bobbler. and that is SNSD pushing all the way back out here, but they do have a big Uber disadvantage as C is at almost full, while the Sucker's hanging about 30%, and they are pushing ahead with this. They Uber the heavy, but he's staying back quite far, as we do have backstabs coming on ALX from Evoki, if that's how you pronounce it, I'm not sure. And it's looking like, despite not being massive kills on SNSD, they are quite freely giving up mid, playing it defensively. They do not want to overextend and die. They don't want to wipe, is what I'm saying. SNSD don't wipe. Sorry, it's childish and immature, but I like it. SNSD managing to keep their hold on second because they did not all give up their lives, but Sucker seemed to get... was he forced there? I'm not sure. Did he just decide to Uber in? Oh, there are only 3 up for blue team right now, and this is the situation I was talking about, where they don't want a significant amount of force coming back in. They're going to retake mid from this, attempting to get aggressive here, but ALX does not have support in doing that, so Parrot are just going to hold their second. And this is probably the push back that I was talking about a while ago. SNSD were pushed back to their last, and now they are pushing the second of Parrot. So let's see how that'll go. And we're seeing they're going back up to choke. Combos generally hold choke a lot more on Gullywash. Just heavy medic pushing out here, but there is pretty much no there's no opposition here. As the Sucker went down to a body shot from Gubbins again, that is going to give such a big Uber advantage to C. He is at 90, almost 100%, and he's going to be able to use this to retake their second again, as there isn't even much presence on second, because SNSD know to pull out at that point. They know they're at big Uber disadvantage if Parrot Gapers could capitalize on this, but they do have quad capping the point just peacefully while everything else goes on. Oh, but he gets backstabbed by Hurry, as maybe SNSD can stabilize this. The Uber was popped there from C, and it didn't seem to do an awful lot. Maybe he was forced, I didn't catch it. But yeah, it looks like SNSD will stabilize, which is quite surprising, really. The Parrot Gapers forced back to their last again. Maybe they're going to go for a lobby hold. Are they holding a lobby? Where are they? Yeah, lobby hold. Lobby hold. But not much presence, so it's not a very strong lobby hold, so they're gonna... This is just in preparation to falling back to last, I guess. Yeah, this is a last hold. Attempting to stabilize the... Oh! To it getting body shot by C. That's going to make this incredibly easy for SNSD if they push in quick enough. As in, not in the next minute plus. Then they're going to have a pretty easy time if they use the Uber right. And here they come from Riverside, coming in again, similar to the Parrot Gapers push into their last. But instantly, we've got presence under the point, a lot of presence under the point. They do not want a back cap here from the Parrot Gapers, which was what SNSD seemed to do against them, and it was very effective. So it looks like they have stabilized here. C on very low health. But the Ubers are... Oh, Hurry getting the revolver kill on C. That's going to put Sucker at the advantage again and keep Parrot Gapers... keep them defensive, is the word. We were seeing some presence on the point. A lot of kills from or for Parrot Gapers. A lot of them were killed, is what I'm trying to say. And we do have some aggression here, which can be allowed from SNSD, as they do have a big Uber advantage, and I'm not sure they want to pop this Uber early, but a lot of them are dead at this point. They do not want that, as the Uber is available and going to be... They're holding very far forward here to try and get the early pop like this, but the problem is they're getting so many kills of their own that that aggressive hold may have popped the Uber early, but it also got a lot of kills, as there was not an Uber to combat it. Maybe the Parrot Gapers can stabilize on this. They still have their Demo Man, they still have their Sniper, and they still have their Engineer, as well as Heavy now. He respawned. And it does look this is stabilized. This is good holds and possibly not amazing pushes from both teams, but pushing last is difficult and holding last is a bit easier. My team aren't great at it. We're not amazing at 5 CP, but looking at stuff helps. We have so many people going into choke here, but they're all getting spammed out by nothing. I'm not sure why they all stopped. Just the potential threat, I suppose. Let's get a camera, you know. As Gubbins goes down to hurry. Let's get on the Avokia cam. He was apparently in position to stab someone there, but he's just gonna cap the point. That's boring. Let's move on to someone else. Look at the line. No, let's look at the Suggle. Let's look at the Vic. Bubble Bobbler, where are you? I like saying the name Bubble Bobbler. And who wouldn't? Honestly, just say Bubble Bobbler. Jeez, I can't. I need to stop this doing this. While I was busy saying Bubble Bobbler, almost everyone was killed there. Oh, see, you're in a bad spot, but you have your Heavy suddenly. That's the nice thing about Gullywash for medics, that when your team goes down, you are not very far away from the spawn, generally. SNSD are retaking mid here. But we see an attempt at recapping here, as that makes sense. He has a very slight Uber advantage. Again, probably not enough to work on. Drozer is already calling his GGs. As, oh, we do see that was C going down to hurry. And even more aggression here. I believe there is not much time left on the clock. I can't check myself because I don't have any. Yeah, there we go. SNSD win. They're valiant aggression there from the Parrot Gapers. Gapers. But they did not quite get enough of that. That was only half of the match. I made cast the Lakeside part, but that was Gullywash. If you have any Highlander STVs, preferably close games that you want to send to me, any division, any league or anything, feel free, and I'll be happy to do that. And I will see you next time I do something. Bye!